briefing, and I think it would be wrong of us to breach that confidence. But we just therefore want the government to take the right action. They are a threat. We ought to call them a threat, and that then populates all the other arguments that take place inside Parliament. Almost.
Badly needs to catch up, because not only will this keep happening, it will get worse and worse and worse, and we can't.
Yes, and so that's again a very important question.
They're not dissidents, they're not MPs. What exactly?
You have been critical of the First Minister of Scotland and
nice terms as you can, what you have had to put up with as individuals. You talk
critical of anybody. I'm trying to help, because I think it's in all of our economic interest to get this right.
Campus. And when he was protesting with the Hong Kong flag during his graduation ceremony, the uni switched off.
Not one country, by the way. We're dealing with an entity that is a aggressive and brutal regime that brooks no contravening arguments or debates, that has been known to arrest people under false pretenses, practices torture, practices genocide. So we've talked about not just China, but what we call the axis of totalitarian states: China, North Korea, Russia, Iran. They all work in concert now. And because we haven't worked so closely in concert as we should have done, therefore they are making ground against us. Lots of undecided countries are beginning to move across to the China side of things, to the extremist side of things, and that's because of the Belt and Road and other projects they put together. So the West has to wake up to the fact this is a challenge to the very way that we live our lives, to our belief in democracy, human rights, freedom of expression, freedom of worship. These are the things that we hold dear, but we seem reluctant to want to defend those against the others who hold none of those virtues and values and want to take ours, as it were, from us. So, none. We must now enter a new era of relations with China, dealing with the contemporary Chinese Communist Party as it really is, not as we would wish it to be. And today's announcement should mark a watershed moment where the UK takes a stand for values of human rights and the international rules-based system upon which we all depend.
But absolutely, they are in the business of trying to influence elections and democracies as well. And given that over 40% of the world's democracies are going to the polls this year, including some of the largest democracies, we all need to be vigilant. It's not just the UK.